Rolling Easy here, back in the Easy Garage, back at you. Okay, I think my title is going to be Don't Get Burned by Hot Wheels. Okay, which this video, let me explain to you, I did not get burned, and I'm not going to use any names of people because they did offer to return my money, so I appreciate that very much. But I will say let me tell you how the story went. Here's what I purchased. Okay, if you guys know what this is, and some of you old school guys are going to say right away that I got burned. But let me explain to you how the story went. So a collector selling his collection, supposedly big time collector, excuse me, and high-end stuff. He's got this and some original rearboard beach bombs and so on. So I'm watching this buying on an online auction, and this came up. He had just started selling. This came up, and I'll tell you, I paid $200 for it, which, well, we'll get into that later. But what I paid for it, I seen it, grabbed it quick, because you know that would have been a steal. And then I started questioning it because the Bob's Big Boy hauler came up after this one. And that one looked very funny to me in the video. And I asked the question, are these real? And of course they said yes. And then I had already put my bid in and won this car and the Bob's Big Boy. Of course I wasn't going to get that. And he was selling that cheaper. And you know the price of these cars, this and the Bob's Big Boy. So once that one started so low, I think they wanted 50 bucks. I was like, no, can't do, no, there's something wrong with that car. Then he brings out some rearboard beach bombs. He has 2 of them. And I've made a lot of beach bomb customs in my day, and these weren't even good customs. He put them out there, and they said that people called them and told them they were oh my gosh, now it slips my mind. The oh, I can't even think of the name of them. The beach bombs that came out, the reproduction ones, which those would get crazy money. They would even get $4,000 to $1,000 being customs. But these weren't even that. These were the Chinese, very bad metal knockoff beach bombs. And I asked again, is the car I purchased original? And they said yes. And then we went on. I seen those and I said no, something's wrong. I asked 3 times, and the owner of this car told me a story that he got it from an employee at Mattel. So okay, I made my bid. I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt until I get it. So I got the car right away. As soon as I took it out, I knew what I saw, that it was not real. And I will explain it. I got off work. My hands are filthy. But I got to do this video because I got to send it back. Now, first off, if you got it from an employee at Mattel, he was visiting. It's got a lot of playware. If you can see all the chips, let that focus, all up here. A lot of chips, and whatnot, which is fine. And I thought, you know, that's okay. Maybe he was an employee and some kids came in and he let him play with it. You could see the tire isn't good. Now these you won't find these in price guides. These were only given to Mattel employees. So after that, as soon as I got it, I noticed, you can see all in here, all the blue, and the blue there, like they rubbed the tampo off. And look at that, all the blue, where someone rubbed a tampo off of this. Now, I know this truck was tampoed. I've heard of some with decals, but I'm not sure, so it could have been a decal. But if it was a Mattel decal, first off, this decal is way too small. for the original. Now this came out in 1985. Another dead giveaway. Let's say this was an original Mattel decal, which you can tell it's computer generated like off a printer. And it is actually, if you scanned it, it is backwards. This should be all over here, and I'll show you a picture of what it should look like on this side from rear to front. I'll get you just a little photograph of one, if we can get it in here. And that is how it would look. So that is actually reversed. I'm trying to slow and get all my facts straight, because they did offer me my money back, and you know, no hard feelings. I'm glad I'm getting my money back. But here's another giveaway. This is a dead giveaway on these. If you're going to build a custom and you want to fool somebody, here is your base. Now this is supposedly was given out in 1985 to Mattel employees. Now, let me get this right. In 1985, this would have been your hauler. And you see, it would have took a lot to rub the tampos off, and you would have got a lot of blue, which we see obviously on that vehicle. Now, if you look at the base in 1995, look at this right here to there. Now, this was still 1995 here. And in 1996, we still carried the same base. This was the Masters of the Universe in 1996, which carried the same base. Now, they had these bases, none of them before 1985 had a base that was not opened. Now this one is, let's see, 1997, which has the blue, and they couldn't use that because then they'd have to change it. But you see how they changed the base? So if they didn't use this blue one, excuse me, to grab that base, not a 95 base, but they could have used this vehicle here, right? A lot less tampo rub. Now I narrowed this custom down, and I'll tell you which car they used. So now we know that this vehicle, being original, would have had a hole in the base. And we know they did not use the 96. And why is that? All right, trying to get focused here because I'm looking over the camera. Well, here's the vehicle they used for this custom. They used the 1997 Nassau, and the cabs only came out after this one. In white, it came out in the, just with a white cab, I think only in the Walmart playset with basic wheels, and then they changed to 5-spoke. But here's how I know that this is the vehicle. If you look right here, you'll see this tampo flag over the back end of the truck. Now, we're looking at the same tampo. Not that they, you know how Mattel is, but you can see that tampo flagging over the front and the blue rubbed paint. So I just wanted to show you guys that. And there's so much wrong with this vehicle that it's not even a good custom. If you were trying to fake someone out and even come close, at least, you know, get the base, get the year of the vehicle right if you're gonna do that. And I'm not saying he was trying to con anybody. Maybe he bought it, or he said it was given to him. That's why I figured the price was decent, because he had nothing in it. But it seems that he does not know his vehicles as well as he says he does. Very cool. And I'll probably make a custom for myself. But for $200, you can buy the hauler. I can find these haulers, with a mint cab. Oh gosh, probably if I hunt around, I can get one for $5, and then you can get these decals off of eBay for I've seen them between 5 and 15, and you can see the little hair stuck under it, even on that. And if that was from 1995, I think if the cab was beat up, a little bit of that sticker would have been beat up too. So there you go. Just something for you guys. Make sure if you're out there hunting, you don't get ripped off. Do your research before you spend any high dollars on some cars. I know it's $200 is not high dollar to some of you, but to me that's a display case. So I want to thank you guys for watching, subscribing to my channel. Check me out on my Instagram, rolling_easy. And don't forget, stay easy. Keep on turning them Hot Wheels.